If you are an avid reader, you probably have noticed that there are two subjects which have been written all over again by countless authors in the self-help category. These two subjects are how to find love and how to control fear. Since there are plenty of daytime experts, the likes of Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Moore, and Jerry Springer, who are so committed to exploring every aspect of love. As somebody who doesn't have enough expertise in the field of romance, I've decided to just talk about how to control fear in this presentation. In my opinion, there's no way for all of us to erase fear completely from our lives. That being said, there are ways to manage it properly. Learning to manage fear properly is kind of like trying to cure a cold. Not only do we have to understand what knocks us off balance psychologically and mentally, but also, first and foremost, we have to know what it feels like to be in fear, as well as its various symptoms. Fear starts paralyzing us from within. Cold sweat, shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat, uncontrollable physical shakiness. All these symptoms of fear have the power to put all of us under a miserable spell. In this pyramidal drawing, we can clearly identify a compound of different layers of causes which triggers fear. At the very bottom is a collection of past unpleasant memories, and they can lead to the lowering of our self-esteem and self-confidence. The deterioration of self-perception not only is the root cause of our sense of unworthiness, it can also engender additional fear of uncertainty for the future, which in turn amplifies and magnifies the fear that's already in existence. The concept of fear is scary. The 1+1 equation of fear and the idea of public speaking is even more worrisome. But fear itself is not at all intimidating. As a matter of fact, fear is just an emotion which can be easily managed. All we need is to have a few tips to turn fear, this bitterly sour lemon, into summery, refreshing lemonade. The first tip, know your audience and your materials. Gone is the guessing game. Having a clear understanding of the expectation of the audience and of the content of your speech is a huge self-confidence booster. Second tip, know your presenting style. Don't ever try to imitate other styles if they don't resonate with you. You can certainly incorporate certain techniques into your approach, but don't ever be pressured into adopting reluctantly a humorous approach if you are not good at cracking jokes. Tip number 3, know the reality. Know that some people are going to like you, some aren't, no matter what you do. This is a harsh reality. Accept it, embrace it, keep forging ahead without letting you be affected by it. Being a people pleaser isn't a good way to control your fear at the end of the day. Tip number 4, know that you have done your best preparing for your project is a very efficient way to keep your fear under control. If you can honestly say to yourself before the day of your presentation, I have done my best preparing for this presentation, you would then not be plagued by regret at the end of the day. Woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of my monologue would not happen in the tranquility of the evening. Contrary to popular beliefs, having fear isn't always a bad thing. change the way we look at things, the things that we look at change. These words of Dr. Wayne Dyer teach us the importance of maintaining a positive outlook at all time. When you start to feel the tightness of your throat, the sweatiness of your palm, the tremble of your limbs, instead of calling all these unsettling reflex motions as symptoms of fear, choose to consider them as exciting impulses of the adrenaline rush. Public speaking is considered to be one of the biggest fears in the lives of many people. Speaking from my personal experience and observation, what we fear the most is not public speaking per se. What makes us fearful is our lack of preparation, lack of understanding of the audience expectation and of the speech materials. What makes us fearful is our lack of knowledge of our presenting style and of the reality. And what makes us fearful is our lack of personal effort being put in the speech preparation process. We project our own inner insecurities and lack of readiness onto an external concept. Hence why the idea of public speaking comes across as such intimidating and frightening experience in the mind of so many people. Like a lot of things in life, learning to control fear takes time, energy, commitment, and practice, because there's no overnight success. It has taken me over 3 years to get where I am today. And believe me, I'm still really afraid of public speaking to this day. It may take you longer or shorter amount of time to get your fear under control. With time, commitment, practice, and commitment, I can't promise that you will become Susan Boyle of the public speaking world, making millions of money each and every year. What I can assure you instead, once you get your fear under control, you will begin to see and start to appreciate the personal values and unique perspective that only you, no one else, can bring to our society. Thank you for listening.